Right, good morning. Yeah, just Old Catton, Horsford and Helsden. I'm just going to see if anybody comes on. I am going to share something with you this morning that is extremely real. It's extremely uncut. I'm not going to apologise for it, but I'm just going to be completely honest, and I don't want to offend or upset anyone. But I think the events of yesterday, I've just been sitting here this morning mulling over last night, mulling over the fact that Carol has suddenly lost her husband. Daryl has lost his wife and his daughter in such a short space of time. And I've just been sitting here this morning thinking it through. And a lot of you will know, and I try to keep it very low-key, deliberately. I'm a Christian. I have a faith. I go to Soul Church. I attend regularly. I don't consider myself religious. I consider myself a born-again Christian. And the reason I wanted to do a video today was because when things like this happen, I have a hope. I don't believe that when we die, that's the end of it. I don't. I expect when I die to see my granddad again and my grandma again. I expect to see Dawn again. Oh gosh, wow, there's so many people that I expect to see again. And so we grieve, but not without hope. And I'm sitting here this morning thinking, do you know what? I have a hope. And I don't share that very often. I don't share that at all. I don't communicate it. I never would, because I never want to inflict my views or my opinions on anyone. But you know what? This morning I just thought, as a bunch of people, because of the wide impact that Dawn had, the impact that she had, 2,800 members in the Team Awesome group alone. Just the sheer number of people at Horsford last night in purple and black, in the hoodies and the T-shirts that we had and that we bought to support Team Maisie, and the tireless work that she did campaigning for funding for child cancers. I'm losing myself a little bit, but after last night, I'm sitting here this morning and I have a hope. And I just thought, you know what, we've just been having a conversation on our team group. I'm recording this for the challenge group as well, because not everybody is on Facebook. But, we're having a conversation on our team group about The Wonder, which is Soul Church's Christmas Spectacular. And most of the team go to it. Most of the city seems to go to it. 14,000 people went last time. Charlie and I are going to be helping out at that. And I just felt, you know what, if there's ever been a time to kind of come out from behind the curtains a little bit, then today's probably the day. So I just want to come on here and say to you guys, if you're somebody who doesn't have a hope, and if you're somebody who doesn't have a faith, and if you're somebody who's grieving without hope today, please talk to me, because I would love to introduce you to somebody who will give you that hope. I don't believe, I say I have a faith. Every other religion in the world has a dead leader. For me, the reason I'm a Christian is because Jesus Christ is very much alive. And as I say, this is the bravest video and the most raw, open video of me that you will ever see. And that's why I put in the notes, scroll on by if this is something that's going to offend you. But we grieve today. But for Charlie and I, we grieve with hope. We have a hope that is eternal. We know we will see people again because we have that firm foundation to our lives. And Charlie shared last night at Horsford, and we say stuff so often to each other and we don't share it with you. I've got Child of God tattooed on my arm. I don't talk about this stuff. I don't, unless somebody asks me, gosh, if you ask me, wow, I'm in my element, I will talk to you about my faith all day long. But this morning I just wanted to come on and say, do you know what? If you're somebody out there and you're searching for something bigger, and you are asking questions about life and about death, then please will you talk to me, because I would love to introduce you to Soul Church. I'd love to bring you along to a service. There's courses like Alpha that we run, which is for people who are just solely interested in finding out a little bit more, and understanding a little bit more about what this might be about. And I just want you to know that today, that's the difference for Charlie and I. We grieve, but we do not grieve without hope. We have a hope which is eternal. It springs eternal, and we know that death is not the end. It's just a doorway. And so, guys, I just wanted to share that this morning. Like I say, scroll on by. I don't ever want to offend anyone, but equally, at the same time, with 500 people on this group, if there's somebody on this group who's thinking there's got to be more to life than this, there's got to be something bigger than this, I'm not doing the right thing if I'm standing back and not saying, do you know what there is? And I've discovered it for myself. And there are members on here equally who have, lots of you. Lyndall Edwards lost her husband. Okay, she lost her husband. He committed suicide in June of this year. Lyndall Edwards is a Christian, and my gosh, that woman's faith is incredible. And the song I've just been listening to actually was something that was sung at his funeral about hope springing eternal. And I thought, wow, like the faith that she has. But Lyndall knows she'll see him again. She knows she will. And there were so many of you on here, David, Jackie, so many people that I know through Soul. Sam Skyring, a great friend and part of the social team at Horsford. There's so many of you. There's too many for me to name. But if you are somebody who's watching, and for every person that watches this and thinks, I'm offended by that, I know there are going to be people that watch this and think, thank you for sharing it. Because I need to hear that. I need to know that actually, yeah, this is something I could look into a bit more. So I just want to extend that opportunity to you. And I just want you to know every weekend that we're home, every weekend and the triathlon season is finished, Charlie and I, we start our week every single week in what we call the house of God. We start our week in Soul Church, and that for us is an absolute. That's where we want to begin our week, and we want to make sure that at the centre of everything we do, our faith is there. And we could tell you so many stories, we really could. So many times where, last year we almost lost our business, and then suddenly, bang, just something happens, the supernatural occurs, and everything changes in a heartbeat, because, this stuff is real and it makes a difference in our lives. So I just wanted to share that with you this morning. And I want to offer an open invitation. Charlie and I will be at Soul Church. We're serving on Sunday morning at the 9 a.m. There's 1,300 seats, so there's plenty of room. There's another service at 11:30. And if you are interested, or if you would like to find out more, just message me or just turn up. And as I say, please don't take offence, but I felt like I needed to be really real about the other side of life for me. For in as much as I mess about, and in as much as I sometimes I swear and things like that, I have a faith that underpins my whole life. My whole life. My mum, she goes into hospital on Tuesday for a procedure, and she messaged me yesterday, and it's the first time I've ever seen my mum use the word scared. And I replied to her and I said, hang on a minute, we have a name that's higher, Mum. You're always standing on faith for the rest of us, so now it's our turn to stand on faith for you. So that's where we come in, and we will be believing that all will be well and that all will go to plan, because we have that faith and we have that assurance. Big video for me to do, big subject. And as I say, I really hope that none of you will take offence. That's why I made it very clear in the notes that if it would upset, to carry on by. But I just purely wanted to say there's a way in which you can grieve. with hope. And that's it. I will leave it there. The rawest, not even showered yet. We are off this week, video I've ever done, but I wanted to share it with you, and it will be going on to WhatsApp shortly as well. So have a good week, people. You know where I am. I am off on holiday this week. We're staycationing, but I'm available. So if anybody wants to talk, if anybody wants coffee, if anything like that, use Messenger if you can. Because that's more reliable, just because when I'm out and about I won't take my work phone. But do get in touch, and if there's anything I can help you with, or if you want a coffee or you want to talk more on this topic, let me know, and I will talk to you all again soon. Take care.